Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to World Online Racing, or you can call it WOR. Welcome back to season 21, tier 2, round number 2 here. For season 21, here we are for the Spanish Grand Prix. I am Ben, or you could call me Norris. I am joined by Goblin this evening. Goblin, good evening.
Good evening, Norris slash Ben. It's nice to be here, finally doing duo comms in World Online Racing, and I'm very, very excited for our first quali session around the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yes, it's a very we were discussing before we came on. It's a very simple track. I mean, there's a lot of
Yes,
things that can happen. I mean, overtakings, of course, can happen around here.
but it's kind of one of those average tracks. You know, it's not extreme on one end of like high downforce or low downforce or high overtaking, low overtaking. It's got a bit of everything, I would
Yeah.
say, which is why obviously they did it as testing over the last few years before barring was introduced,
Mm.
really. But yeah, two DRS zones around the Spanish Grand Prix. So two, corners that we're going to see some overtaking down is at turn 1 and turn 10 possibly. More at turn 1 really than turn 10 because it's going to be quite difficult to keep side by side through turn 11 and 12. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what tier 2 drivers can do this evening.
Yeah, I mean, this track has some incredible winners in the past. Off by heart, I'll be honest, I can't name them, but there've been some incredible races as Nico is starting this lap. Do you want to take us through this lap?
Uh, yes, I just need to find the kick-out, but here we go,
Yeah.
heading through turn 2 and around the long right-hander of turn 3. We had that mysterious Fernando Alonso crash a few years back, of sort of the 2016 preseason testing. I think Lewis Hamilton crashed around that sort of corner as well. It does seem quite a simple corner, but with maybe a bit of wind blowing, it can cause the cars to go off course. But obviously in the game, I don't know how much the wind is going to affect these cars as real life. Already heading into sector 2 though, and we'll be going through the high speed right-hander of turn 9, picking up that DRS, and you can see the rear wing has opened on the green machine. Now into the braking zones of turn 10 and heading up towards turn 11. You've got to kind of sneak your way around turn 12 as well. You don't want to lift on the throttle, accelerate onto the throttle too early, otherwise the car may end up oversteering. And then you've got this rather simple double right-hander just slightly lifting in 7th gear on the final one and crossing the line to do a 111.329. We don't know if that's good or bad. We'll have to wait for more drivers to get across. So who else is next across the line?
Well, here we are with Adrian in the Haas team now. As around the final corner he goes. Bit of slipstream there from the Scuderia Ferrari. He puts himself up to P2. 111.09, I think that was. As
Yep,
who has
still a
this?
bit of a gap to close in.
Yes, a bit
Still
of
got some
a.
wiggle room there for the rest of the drivers.
Yeah, for sure it is. As there goes OVR Nassim into P2. I think I'm saying that name right. If I'm not, 100% you
Nassim.
can. Oh, Nassim. Nassim?
Yeah, I'll just say Nassim, yeah.
I guess something like that. I guess.
Oh,
Uh,
Chris goes second, by the way, in the Merc as well. So 111.4. So yeah, they have definitely picked up some lap times in the middle of that 11.9 and that 11.3. So, people starting to fill the gap now. Extremely close for Nassim and Typical as well. Only 3,000 separating those two. You've got the BWT cross the line of Noam, and he goes 5th quickest as well. Even closer to Typical as well. So we've got three cars there, pretty much separated by a couple hundredths of a second. Dylan to 2nd place as well. Yeah, Neil to
Schumacher goes
3rd.
P5.
Everyone's beginning to put in their first banker laps and start their cool down laps, head back to the pit lane, and then we'll just have to wait until everyone to head back out again because most drivers have set their lap times. Got Flame heading around the final few corners in the McLaren.
To the
Crossing the
line.
line, it's a 1:12.059. So not in the competitive range just yet. Most drivers will want to be looking for a very early, one of the one of the early 111s, really, the lower end of the 11 times, really, to get yourself. It's full quality, am I correct? As we've got a full grid.
I presume so, yes. I didn't actually quite check it before we loaded in, but I suppose so.
Good evening to everyone in the chat, by the way. Hope you all are enjoying the first couple of laps of this Q1 session, and stay tuned as, I mean, even though quali is a long time, it does fly by, and the race will, soon be heading up. So make sure to keep it tuned. Console Tier 2, if you're just joining us, Spanish Grand Prix. Looks like Rafael is just beginning a lap. You want to take us through the V-carb? He's P18 on the
Yes,
leaderboard
I
there.
was looking for him. Right, as we go through the first two corners now, we go round turn number 3. Was that? No. Yes, that was
The
turn
long
number
right-hander is
3.
turn 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then round turn 4 we go. Turn 5 will be in front of us right now. That was a good sector 1, as we didn't quite see what it was. As now we round turn 6, 7 and 8 right ahead of us. Now, bit of a slide through there. Don't use so much sausage curve, otherwise you will invalidate. Through turn 9 we go now. DRS activated down this back straight. Now hit the brakes. That's a 50.179. Now we're going through Goblin's favorite corners, turn 10, 11 and 12. As we are now keeping it clean. Oh, well, that's why Goblin likes the corners.
Oh, yeah. He's gone off there. Yeah, we were joking earlier on how this is my least favorite corner, turn 12, because it's just so unbearably uncomfortable to get around there. In my opinion, I just never really liked it. And as I was saying earlier on, if you do step on that throttle a bit too aggressively, was it an oversteer or was it
on
the exit?
yeah.
I assume. Yeah. So if you do step on that throttle a bit too early, because you've got to be patient, but you don't want to be too patient. Otherwise, you lose out on a lot of time. So you've got to find that perfect point of where you can start putting some throttle usage in on the exit of turn 12. And it's also, I don't know if that affects it, but uphill as well. That's like when you're going uphill, it might affect the oversteer a bit more, as you have to put a little bit more throttle in to get you up that gradient. Simbarox was on a lap, by the way. I was checking him out, but as he was heading around the corner, he is going in right now, turn 4. He slowed down, so I guess he's on another lap right now. Adrian is also on a lap in the Haas car for P14 right now. He will be looking for a early 1:11 time.
Yes.
All right then.
Oh, sorry.
Who are you watching, by the way?
Now I was going to Adrian, as he's just coming to the start finish. He a bit of an improvement. It goes P10.
Bit of an improvement. Nice.
Yeah.
Simbarox, by the way, in 18th place, heading through the final sector. Do not know if he's made any mistakes through this lap, as I was watching Adrian just a second ago, but heading through the final turn, crossing the line. DRS doesn't really help you that much on your quali lap on that final little straight to the line, because I mean you pick up the DRS and then it's like 50 yards later you've got the finish line, so it's not that much of an assistance, but it is very, very helpful, obviously, on the first time you go down that straight. Yeah, Texas is a bit like that. There's a lot of tracks that are very similar.
Yeah.
So he goes to 12th place, a 1:11.7 right now. But we have got a very, very close grid, as I was saying. Like 6th place, Vertigo is a 5:10. We've got a 5:40, a 5:43, 5:62. The midfield seems to be very, very close between all these drivers. Still no one able to get close to Nico's time, though. He set that on his first lap. I think he's just beginning a lap right now. So let's see if he's going to be able to actually improve from his first lap in the Kick Sauber. Dylan also on a lap as well, just behind. Could he possibly pick up a bit of a slipstream behind the Kick Sauber? I'll have to wait and see. I heard, like, when I was watching the Belgium Grand Prix, apparently the slipstream stays, or, that dirty air stays for about 8 seconds behind you, or like can have an effect. So I don't know how true that is into the game, But even if you think you've got a big enough gap to the car in front, you've always got to just watch out if you're going through some medium speed corners because that dirty air can catch you off. Obviously,
Yeah,
dirty air
100%.
is being included over the last few laps, hasn't it? Over the past few games, really. Like F124, I didn't think had too much dirty air, but like this game has definitely been talked about a lot more. So during the races, it can be quite difficult for some drivers who are just outside the DRS zones of drivers ahead. Anyway, Nico, I think crossing the line here. He does go quicker, 1:11.2. And Dylan crossing the line just behind goes only 29 thousandths quicker, so almost just under 300ths quicker. So it is an improvement, but not really the big enough improvement he'll want to see. 7 minutes left though, so there's always another run round for another opportunity.
Yes, there is. I'm just watching Chris in P5 in the Mercedes as he's just on that back straight now. I could have gone to another driver, but Chris just caught my eye as he's in P6 now. Could he improve a bit more with the about 6 minutes to go now? He would want to improve. I mean, get into the highest position as possible. I mean, the run down to turn 1 from pole is it's a bit of a run down. Chris stays P6, just a little bit down on his lap time. Who else is on a time? RSC Vertigo invalidated his time, so that's not going to matter. He's got some time to continue.
Yeah, Vertigo validated as well in 10th place on
Well,
his lap. I was just watching him behind.
Wardo currently on a lap time. Sector 2
Ooh.
yellow flag. What?
Kevin Zumberg, just to let you know, has been hit by quite a bit of traffic. One car was on the outside of the circuit and one was on the inside trying to move out of the way. So just to let you know, there is a bit of traffic on the circuit right now, as you can probably see from the track map. But yeah, the Ferrari of Kevin being slightly compromised possibly through the first sector.
Yes. I did catch that on the map. Well, Wards there has invalidated. Kevin is still on a lap. I don't think has he lifted? No, he hasn't.
New fastest lap, by the way, 1:11.185. Not much quicker than Nico's time, but it is quicker, and that is all that matters. So Yanel is now our pole sitter in this session. Kevin Zumberg only moves up one position from his lap time he just completed. It is, I mean, I always thought the Spanish Grand Prix was quite a long circuit when I thought about it, but I mean, we're going at 1:11s. I mean, it is a very, very short circuit. This is like, almost Red Bull ring, only about 6 seconds or 6, 7, 8 seconds off the Red Bull ring. I always thought this was quite a long circuit, but actually it is a very short circuit. I can give you the exact length of this circuit.
Yeah,
4.657 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles. Someone can go search it up. But yeah, 4.6 kilometers. Oh,
that was
Kevin
close.
Zumberg onto the grass. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Had to get on the grass there to move out the way of Simba. He was actually lifted, I think.
Yeah, I think he's backed out. I think recharge mode is on, or charging mode, whatever you got to go. Bit of a slide there. Yeah, surely he's lifted from that. It's probably, he's into the pits. Right, so we've probably got a few more runs.
Schumacher's moved up a couple of places. Ferrari into the 3rd place. Dylan's moved down quite a bit because he didn't improve by much. But yeah, as I was saying, short circuit that can cause some traffic, and we just saw another example of that there with Simba and the Ferrari Kevin. I mean, it's got some wide areas as well, but there are some certain aspects of this circuit which are quite narrow as well. That 2nd sector, I think, most notably is quite narrow.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Bull Ring is like pretty short, right? There's not shorter than that. I don't think Monaco is even shorter than that. I mean, it's more narrow, yes, but I mean, when you're comparing to the Red Bull Ring in Austria, that's quite short. You got the quickest lap times throughout there. I mean, they are very fast laps. you're going to
Yeah.
expect around there when you race around there. Here, yes, you're gonna get fast times, but not as quick as that. It's a short circuit, yes. It's got the straights, it's got some twists and turns here and there, but it's a very quick circuit for sure. If you know what you're doing, you don't slide around like we saw. Who did we see that from in turn 10, 11, 12? Was that who was it now?
The V carb. Oh, was
Yeah,
it
it
from
was.
earlier on?
It was,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
the V
when
carb,
they
wasn't it?
yeah, it was it with Rafael?
It was
Oh my
Raphael,
god,
yeah.
yeah, Rafael. Yes, it was. So yeah, if you slide around, your lap time will be done. Your qualifying, your race, whatever will be done. You're gonna hit a wall or
Especially when we've only
something.
got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Yeah,
So this is where it all counts now. You know, everyone's got to make sure those tyres are warm, make sure there's no traffic in front of them. I mean, I'm looking at turn 3 and 4 right now, and there's a bit of traffic going through there. So I'm a bit worried. The likes of Ward's and the Aston Martins behind, Mercedes as well. That could get a little bit messy if people don't sort themselves out.
yeah, we don't want to see any incidents at all. We can see it forming up in the first sector, going into the second sector for sure. You want to make sure, of course, to cross that line. As Rafael goes P3. Was that an improve? Yeah, it was a bit of an improvement.
That is a
I
good
think
improvement from
his
Raphael
time.
after spinning. That is
Yeah,
a good improvement, third place.
for
So
sure.
just to let you know as well, quite important stat is that the pit stop time loss here is 22.2 seconds, and that is including a 2.5 second stop. So if it's 2.7 or 3 seconds, which we rarely see in the F1 games, as everyone obviously always hits the optimal line when they enter the pit lane. But yeah, it is about 22 seconds. So that is the pit lane is a make or break whether or not you do an undercut or an overcut. Track length as well. So it depends. I like to see I don't really know what strategies we can see around here this evening, but it would be interesting to see.
I do know that we have the C1, C2, and C3 compounds, so the softest ones.
Yeah,
That
they're the softest
we
compound.
can
Yeah.
get. Yeah. So surely we can see maybe hard medium or
It says
medium. I don't know.
it says here.
Oh
This
dear.
is obviously in real life, so I don't know how perfect this is, but due to track temperatures, the medium hard compound are often preferred due to the abrasive surface and high tyre wear, so especially on the front left. So expect to see wear on the front left tyres of most of our drivers. I mean, we haven't really seen softs overly that much, to be honest. In 2020, in F1 2024, and even in 2025 now, when the two-stop is more of an option, you don't really see it that much. So I wouldn't expect to see the softs, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting.
Oh yeah, Dylan has gone quicker than NRL. Yanni, there. How do you say it? Is that an I? Yeah, Yanni.
Yanil.
Yanni.
Yeah.
So Dylan is just look at that margin, ten
Yeah.
thousandths of a second
Only
quicker.
about 100th of a second there. Yeah.
Yeah, as Schumacher's also won his time, so he's the one of the next ones to cross the line
Yeah.
in
In
the top
Australia,
five.
we had Yanil, Schumacher. They were towards the front grid of the grid, so expect them to set some competitive lap times here. Good improvement though. Well done to Dylan for improving, because he didn't improve too much on his second lap, but over this lap he has definitely stepped it up. But there we have it. Yanil to the top step, taking pole position. The timer down to 0. And we're just getting the last few drivers heading into the finishing line. Schumacher as well. I literally just mentioned these two, and there they are, 1, 2. Both the Ferrari engine teams on the front row. Who else have we got? Have we got Kevin? Kevin's pitting, so I believe that's everyone finished. But yeah, your top 3: Yanil, Schumacher, and Dylan, and they are extremely close, to be honest. Very, very, very close. Only separated by under a tenth. Really, really close between Raphael and Chris. Typical and Adrian. And Langman, Kevin. Those are just a couple of drivers. Oh, we had equal times, by the way. Crowdin and Wookie were a 5:06, but they were 16, 17. So if this is full qualifying, will qualify, and they are knocked out. So,
I mean,
but there you have it.
sorry, I interrupted you.
It's okay.
Schumacher is second in the standings by only 7 points. Second.
Only 7.
So.
Oh, it's short quality. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So there we are. So
That's
the
your
grid.
they're your pole sitters.
That is the result. Are you gonna do the start? I'm gonna do the start. Who's gonna do the start?
I don't mind. Generally, I do not mind. If you want to do it, you can go ahead.
All right. Then next week you can do the start.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Let's make that simple. But yes, as we are just talking about the standings quickly, it is TRT Christian leading by 7 points from Schumacher and Nam. Then we've got Yanni and then Typical. That's your top 5. Then in the constructors, we've got Ferrari with 18, Alpine on 15, 3 points behind, and then Haas in P3. Then it's Williams, Red Bull, Aston Martin, Kicksauber, McLaren, Mercedes, and Racing Bulls. So a few DNFs from round 1 in Australia. There's only 6. There were only 6 DNFs. So that's good, but we don't really want to see those DNFs, as we want to try to see at least none. We don't want to see any.
Yeah.
If we have to have,
I mean,
let's just have 1.
from a spectator's perspective here, I would quite like to see a crash, but from a driver and obviously a league racing's perspective, we don't want to see any crashes. But just for the content, it would be quite fun. That's what I'm hoping for. But
I guess so. I mean, it's a bit cloudy. Are we going to see some rain? I don't know. The drivers can see the weather.
there is
We
no
can't.
there is no formation lap. Just reminding you, but
Yeah.
they are going. We do know that we're going to ready up at 27. So at 7:27, that's when the drivers have been told to ready up. So we will be going at around that sort of time.
So, you mentioned that you've been a driver in other leagues and whatever. I mean, that doesn't matter where. But what goes through your mind this time?
I mean, I think the strategy would just be going through your mind because obviously you're doing it right now. It's all in front of you. You want to be planning out, and it depends on what sort of compound of tires you go on. So if you start on the hards, you know that you might lose positions to those who start on the softs or the mediums. So you really want to be preparing. Am I going to be trying to get aggressive here, or am I just going to play it calm because I'm on those hard compound of tires really? But yeah, there's no formation lap as well, so I guess that makes it a bit more tense because you're just going straight into it. But
Yeah.
if you have formation lap, it'll be a bit nicer. But the problem with formation lap though is that some people like may accidentally end up lighting their tires up to about 20%. Like my friend who was in another racing league, he ripped up his tires on the formation lap. Because
Yeah.
I think he spun it or something. So you've got to be careful on a formation lap. But as we haven't got one, everyone will be starting on probably the same temperature of tires or for whatever compound they have.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
but yeah. Anyway, after let's see what will happen in the constructors. What will
Yeah.
things will be shaken up this evening.
Yeah. For sure. We'll have those stuff at the end of the race. Of course, we'll see the
It
results.
is 7:27, so we're just gonna have to patiently wait for for everyone to start raiding up.
And then
So
we'll
it should be any second,
we'll
folks.
catch to you, Goblin, at the end of lap 1 or halfway through the lap 1.
Okie dokie.
No carnage. Into turn 1, please. You don't win the race in turn 1, please. Don't. No boiling, please. I know it's not Hungary, but here we are on the grid here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. Everyone off the grid and we are underway for this Spanish Grand Prix. Great start there from Schumacher. Takes the lead from Dylan there into turn 1 we go. All 20 drivers making it nice and easy. Saw some carnage there as we round turn 1, turn 2. Turn 3 is ahead of us now. Yellow flag in sector 1. That is Wards there all the way down. Everyone making it through sector 1 besides Wards. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who has damage, who doesn't at the moment. Bit of carnage at the back there. I could see drivers moving down positions after position as Wacky now, interesting spelling of Wacky, but he is making his way through the pack up to P13
Red Bull in the gravel.
now as Yes, it
Crowdin.
is. Who is that rebel? Who was that? That was
Crowdin.
crowded.
He was heading through turn 7 and 8, and it's just very, very narrow section of corners. So it was just everyone was
Oh,
side by side. It was inevitable that someone was going to force off the circuit. I mean, that whole second sector was just bumper carts. To be honest, from my perspective, it was very crowded. So it was inevitable that someone was probably going to be worse off there. And the same thing what happened to Wards. Really, I think he just made a bit of wheel contact with someone and just ended up spinning a little bit on the rears and yeah, lost a bit of time. Raphael is out of the race, by the way. He's into the pit lane and already out. Is he like messed up his setup or I do not
I think he
know,
had
but
damage.
Raphael is out. Might
He
have too
might
much
have
damage, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see any damage on Crowdin's car. I think he got hit from the back, from like the back left of his car. And just let you know that everyone is on the medium compounder tyres except for Bobberts in the McLaren down in 16th place. So everyone on the medium, which is quite nice and easy for us, as we know that
Yeah.
everyone will be on the similar strategy. And that means that we can focus on position gains and penalties a bit more than have to check the tyres. Notable drivers, by the way, is Wookie and Kevin and OxQ. Oh, Hassoff, by the way, turn 9.
Yeah, Adrian.
He's gone way into the gravel. But yeah, those 3 or 4 drivers, Flame as well, they've all gained some really, really good positions. Notable ones that haven't had such good starts, Adrian and Nassim, Wards as well. They've all gone all the way down to the bottom of the grids. Adrian losing 10 places at the start, so that was from just a second ago. And Yanil's also lost 2 places at the start of the race.
There goes
Yep,
Dylan there into turn 1 from Schumacher.
New race leader once again. But yeah, from a Haas perspective, I would say it's been the best start because they've lost 9 places and then 2 places. So, but you know, it's still early days. Lap 3 of 33. Still very, very early.
Waku's battling
I didn't
that.
hear about any rain or whatever, but it is a bit cloudy. Do you know if there is any weather updates?
Well, what I was saying just before we got underway is that the drivers can see for sure, as us spectators, which I wish could be added to see the weather.
They should do like a weather report on the formation lap or something. You know, at least something that we can use.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we ever have one. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people. It's. I was just questioning it because if everyone's gone onto the medium compounder tyres, then it's kind of does that mean that rain is in the next couple of laps or the next maybe 10 laps so that those medium tyres can last? Would there be more variety if there wasn't a weather issue here? I don't know.
I mean, it could come right at the end. You never know. The
Yeah.
weather is weather. I mean, it would be cool to have some rain around Spain. Did that rhyme?
I haven't heard. I didn't
purpose?
see
No.
anything in the chat saying rain on the Discord chat, so I'm assuming not. But you never know.
You never know. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that 4 out of 33. This, like you said earlier, this race will go very quick, and I must say, with one DNF, commentators curse now, bet you, with one DNF only, it's gonna go quick. I mean, hopefully no safety cars, virtual safety cars. That can keep the race going, of course. We've had, I think, 1 or 2 pit stops, I suppose, from damage. Yeah, it's going to go
Raphael
pretty
retired.
quick.
Nico pitted.
Is
I
he
did
still
not
on
see
mediums?
that just a second ago. Nico, who was qualified in 4th position, is now pitted early. I don't know how that happened, but also it might have been something to do with Chris because Chris is now 1.4 seconds behind the top 3. I like I said, I didn't see what happened there, but I'm from the timing there, and then now Nico's in the pit lane. I'm assuming that Chris and Nico have maybe had some contact. That's my only assumption there, but that's an unfortunate start to the race for someone who had such a good quality session.
Rigo Schumacher as well.
There you go, DRS swapping from our top 2 drivers there, Schumacher and Dylan. Yanil just chilling around the back as well, doesn't need to get involved, just I guess saving tyres, saving ERS. It's nice when you're at the back of that DRS train and with no one behind you because you don't have to push like the front row 2 there, and you don't have to. You can just chill. It's a nice chill position to be in. So I'm assuming Yanni will be pretty happy sticking in 3rd place for the time being. Another notable gap as well is Noam. He's 2.8 behind Kevin. So we kind of got a top 3 and then another 3 gap there. So DRS trains beginning to form around the circuit.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, looking at the track map, we've got one that's got 3 drivers. We've got another one that's 3, and then we've got one.
It's just a
everyone
long
else.
snake.
Yeah, and then you just see a green
Yeah.
little thing, just green
Poor little
dot of,
Nico.
Nico. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
Go on, I believe. Go on, catch them.
Now Nico, to be honest, Nico probably would quite like a safety car later on in the
Yeah, of
like midway or maybe a bit after, just midway through the race. Safety car would be actually quite handy for him. Even towards the end of the race, if he just drives, you know, you just drive your own race, get the
and
best
he's
out
on
of the
fresh
tires
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to. At this rate, you're either going to finish last or you have a safety car and you can finish higher. I think that's, and there's no point just giving up. You know, you may as well just continue driving. You don't see any other drivers really give up in real life. So he may as well stick around and hope that there is a safety car. We've already had quite a lot of carnage at lap 1, so could that possibly unfold in these DRS trains later on?
I mean, he's on the hards, so he can go way longer than everyone else. I mean, same as Roberts.
I don't know about
Roberts,
the end, but
I guess, yeah, a safety car will be his best friend as Nom goes up through Waukee. He's just keeping
Williams
it
trying to come around the
clean.
outside.
There's an Aston Martin there of Simba right behind.
Yeah, Simba looks hungry for a position there as well.
Simba rarely charging for his prey there. He's rarely going for it. DRS activated. Look at all the cars right behind.
Simba deploying battery.
Nah, Simba's not going to
just,
get his prey.
a bit too far back. He's just chilling.
He will get there.
Langman could be in a bit of a difficult situation now. Pouring his dirty air into the face of that Alpine. But down the main straights, that slipstream is going to be very, very nice for the Alpine.
Yeah, I mean, like you were talking about it earlier, the dirty air. I mean, this game, your tires can get way more affected. So
yeah, the grip levels can definitely decrease.
You have to watch it as just watching the gap between Dylan and Schumacher and Yanni. Very close, but I don't see.
I don't think we're going to see much like fighting. I mean, you've seen Schumacher and Dylan overtake, but you haven't really seen them fight. I don't think we're going to see much of that because there's no point fighting over the position this early on in the race for something like 25 points. So, Snimber with a bit of a snap there at turn 12. Accelerated on the inside curb, just to let you know. So he's fallen back a bit, but I think he's still in the DRS. He's got the McLaren of Flame behind him, and it just seems to continue forever and ever until you get to the Red Bull of Crowdin. Into the pit lane goes Nassim. I do not know what the strategy is here, but he's into the pit lane nice early on lap 8. So this is a very, very early stop. Being undercut could be here. I'm assuming he'll go to the hard compound tyres. Yes, it is. It is the white compound. He's also doing a wing change as well, so that will lose a bit of time.
Well, now he'll be the last one, as I'm sure Nico there will be very happy. I'm not lost. I'm second last.
Yeah.
I'm still somewhere at the bottom, but yeah, he will catch. He's kind of catching Adrian there. Not kind of. He is. I've seen the gap change. I'm watching that, and right, it's there. The gap there for him is there as a. I mean, when will drivers start to pit? I think 10 to 15. Lap 10 to 15, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a good time to pit.
Yeah, I mean, mediums generally on a medium to high deg circuit will begin to struggle at lap 9 to 10. And that's when you tend to see most of them pit. But I mean, some circuits, the mediums can go up to lap 15, and so apparently it is quite a high deg round here on that front left. So, I mean, you've got like the likes of turn 1. Oh, the Williams, that's rookie off the circuit at turn 2. He had to take the runoff and go over those big yellow sausage curbs, stripes along the outside of the circuit. So that's he's lost a bit of time. But he hasn't lost any position, so that's okay. He might pick up a warning, though.
Possibly, yeah. You never want to hit those sausage curbs. Those are so deadly. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember in 2020, in the 2020 game, around what was that track that never actually was used? I don't remember. It was somewhere.
Was it like the Vietnam circuit?
Yeah. I think there was that
Yeah.
track that had a curve. If you went over that, you went completely flying. I don't remember if it was that or was it right? It was Russia. It was
I
Russia.
heard 2021 had really, really bad curbs.
One of those two, you went over one of them, especially in the rain. You're
Yeah.
gone. Someone that's not going to be happy will be Kevin. 3 second time penalty, multiple warnings.
That's the first one we've seen on the
You
leaderboard.
don't want that either.
I'm not. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised though if we see a bit more later on though. So he's not going to be the only one.
Yeah, of course.
Adrian into the pit lane for the Haas team, down in 17th place right now. He will probably meet Nassim. Maybe just be straight ahead. Yeah, he's going to be a little bit ahead, in the middle of Nico and Nassim, because he didn't need to do a wing change.
Yeah, he's on those hards, so he will also be going a little longer than everyone else. So we've only seen, what's it been, like 3-4 pit stops? No, 3. Been 3? Yeah, 3. 3 pit stops. All onto those hards, so I guess that's somewhat of the strategy. Medium hard. I mean,
Medium
I said
hard.
medium, but
I mean,
same thing.
I don't know. I mean, if the mediums are doing, on average, for all the drivers, 10 to 11 laps, the hards try to do 20 laps. Could be a 2-stop here, possibly. I think with this game, the 1-stop is still the much better strategy, but it's a lot more difficult to do it. Like the 1-stop strategy is so much harder to complete because the tie deck is a little bit more in this game. So you really know how to, really have to know how to nurse those tires to get the 1-stop to work. Because I mean, I'm quite a casual player now, so I don't really go professional. But whenever I'm doing career races, I always have to do the 2-stop because I can't nurse the tires.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult feat to pull off, the 1-stop. But I mean, these guys are pro drivers, so they should know how to do it by now.
As Kevin also got another 3 second time penalty, so he's added to his
Another one.
other 3.
Oh no.
So 6 seconds.
I mean, he's not like he's got much pressure behind him either. He's just on his own, really, behind the 2 cars ahead of him. Just let you know, Chris has actually caught up to Yanil as well, so that 1.4 seconds is now only 5/10, roughly.
Yes. He's catching, but he's got some pressure behind. He's not got 1, he's not got 2, but he's got like 4 cars right behind. No, he's got. No, he's only got 2. Sorry, I was looking at the Haas. No, he's got 2 cars behind him. He is pulling, trying to catch the Haas. We still got that Williams and that Ferrari behind him of Kevin, but as Oku there comes into the pits for the Mercedes, I mean his tyres were about 10 laps old, so that's about time to pit as knowing that up to P7. What have you seen?
Another driver onto the hards there. Is this customs? No, this is league racing. I don't know. Does that make it customs?
League,
Yeah, this is league racing, not custom racing.
yeah, not open lobbies. No. But
This
if
is
you want to join, you
WOR.
can sign up. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
if
sign
you want
up.
a link to our racing league Discord, then please do ask. Have you got a command for the Discord?
I don't know what commands they are,
It
but
might be like hashtag Discord, not hashtag, but
exclamation
slash
mark.
Discord. Exclamation mark,
No.
I mean, yeah, exclamation mark Discord or whatever.
I can send it if anyone wants it. But hello and welcome everybody. If you're just joining in, you're joining on at a perfect time. Not really the end of the race, about the middle of the race. Lap
This is
13
when we're
out of
going to start seeing
33.
those pit stops.
Of course, you're gonna see those
So-
pit stops around here. Yeah, I said lap 10 to 15, and look at me. I've got that right there. Strategist, am I? No. As we're getting some more hard runners. There's a link to the Discord.
That's the link to the Discord for WR.
As some more hard runners. Not one on the
Double
medium,
stack for the
so-
Red Bull, by the way, just to let you know, but Crowdin was shafted behind his teammate. They both pitted on the same lap, and he's lost about 2 seconds to his teammate.
Yeah,
So yeah, that wasn't
stacking
really a good idea from Red Bull there. They bit of a mess up.
And well, Nico, we can just go back to him quickly. He's up to P12. Look at that. Look at him go. From all the way at the back to all the way up to P12. Could we see him in the top 10? I think so.
On 10 lap old tires, they're not going to be very nice.
Can we see Nico on the podium like we did in the Singapore? Oh my god, what's wrong with me? In in Britain. It's Schumacher. Schumacher up to P1 now because Dylan into the pits. So now, where will he come out? Well, I think just behind. Where would I think? I'm gonna say
it'd be about Chris, wouldn't it? It's Kevin.
Yeah, about 10th. Yeah.
Nico. Yeah. I mean, if he can end up. I mean, it's probably not where he. I mean, if he can end up just in front of Chris, yeah, that'd be nice. And they have. There we go, just ahead of Chris. So they've got some clean air. Will the Haas car make it though? That's the question. No, he will not. That is quite important there. Chris has been able to undercut Yanil, but hasn't been able to get past Dylan. So Yanil lost out a bit there. I mean, but yeah, if Dylan had gone an extra lap there, it definitely would have been Chris undercutting him.
Yeah, so, I'm expecting. Sorry.
No, don't worry. I was just gonna say. So yeah, it's the undercut has worked for Chris, gaining one position there.
I mean, Schumacher, if he comes in now, he would be. I don't know. I think
he'll be just behind Chris, won't he?
Yeah, by Chris as well. Yeah.
Oh, hit the ball a bit. Wall. Yeah. He's got a good battery though. He has got a good battery. You know, he's not struggling. He's not pushing. He's just chilling. So when he comes out here, he will have a little bit of DRS if he needs it, just to help him along. But there you go. You've got Chris coming around the final turn, using the DRS and the ERS a little bit on the exit.
It could be in the middle
Schumacher,
here. If
oh, the Haas of Yanil. It's going to be between the Haas and the Ferrari. It's going to be the Haas. There you go. And I'm assuming Kevin, even if he was behind Kevin, I think Kevin would have let him through there, as they're on different positions in the race.
I mean, surely Kevin will know that his teammates is quicker than him, for sure. Mm. I mean,
like his teammate's fighting for the win, and he's fighting for 10th play midfield kind of points, so 6th to 10th. So it's just better for the team, better for both of them, really.
I mean, Ferrari is both in the constructors. I don't know if that all matters so early on, but if they want to get more points and push, they would have to work together.
Is pulling his weight right now, in that DRS train for first, and Kevin seems to be doing all right, in 6th place. I mean, he's only 2 laps older. It's obviously a lot worse than 0 or 1, but to be honest, to be in 6th place, that is a pretty good undercut. So I do think Ferrari could be on some even more constructor points here. I mean, if Schumacher can try and carve a way through for Kevin, I don't know if they can work together a bit here, try and intimidate that Haas car ahead. But the problem is that if you do overtake all these people, by the time you're at the front, it's like, well, what do you do then? I don't really think these guys are going to be pulled away. So everyone's just going to have to stick around until the end of the race, and that's when you're beginning to see all the overtaking.
Yeah. I mean, in the Drivers' Championship, right? You've got Christian. Christian is in Where's
P1. He's a reserve driver, though.
He's here, though, no? Yeah.
He's not here tonight.
No.
Christian is a reserve driver, and he's not here.
I'm thinking of Adrian. Hold on. Christian, yes, he's a reserve driver. He's in first. So, technically Schumacher...
Yeah. Technically Schumacher is leading the driver's stands with 18 points here.
Yeah, he will be. And Ferrari will continue their lead. But Alpine is second. So basically, Schumacher will be leading from... Let's quickly do some maths. Third here is Nam. So, Yeah, Nam should go up to second then. And then I will push Christian down, no? Why is this stuck? What is going on? Is that me?
Ooh, bit of traffic. Oh, Bobbert being overtaken by Chris. This could be quite crucial. Because if Bobbert is going to get in the way of the Ferrari cars here through turn 7, oh, the Schumacher's going to try and push through. He knows if he stays behind Bobbert through these the left and the right-hander, he's going to be shafted, but he just about gets past. So, good stuff. Good stuff from Schumacher. Yeah, I think you're having a bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah, I think it's fixed now.
It's fixed now, yeah. It's alright. Yeah. I was just saying that Bobbert was in the way, and it wasn't doing Schumacher the best through turns 7 and 8. And he absolutely sent it down the inside into turn 7 to try and keep up with Janil and Chris, who got past down the straight. So it's good that Schumacher got through there. That was very, 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 very important for the Ferrari team, as well as Kevin's got past quite quickly as well, and typical. So Bobbert's very, very slow right now on 17 lap old hard. So he's going to have to pit at some point, because right now all he's doing is just losing positions and losing time.
I mean, before my mic had an issue, I was still talking about the champion, the leader of this race, and the one question I didn't hear, if you heard, but I said Schumacher will be in the lead, and then the Alpine driver of Nam, right? No, not Alpine. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, the Aston Martin, right? That's him. No,
yeah.
Nam is not here as well. No, Nam here. The Alpine. Yeah, in P13.
Yeah, Nam is in the Alpine.
No,
yeah.
Yes. If he
Schumacher will pull away.
He will technically be second, because Christian won't be getting any points, obviously, because he's not here.
Well, if Noam gets any points this evening, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt there, but Schumacher is making a move down the inside of Chris. Now on the outside at turn 3, the long right-hander. Very, very little battery for Schumacher. And when he pitted only 4 laps ago, he was on 100%. So he has definitely been deploying. But no, he's not been able to get past Chris. He was alongside through turns 1, 2, and 3. Just couldn't get the move there. And he's unfortunately going to have to keep charging up for the next sector 2 and 3 and then go again. And I'm guessing this is Schumacher trying to carve away through Chris and Janil. So he's in second place. Because in my opinion, second place is kind of that golden spot, because that's where you've got DRS train, so no one behind you can overtake, and then you're also the next person up for the lead. But right now, Dylan is actually pulling away, almost 2 seconds away of Janil, so he's got some good pace. I guess Janil is struggling. Maybe Chris is putting some pressure on the Haas as well. But right now, Dylan is in a really, really good situation, especially as Janil now has the 3-second penalty. Sorry to interrupt, I just had to check that out, because he was overtaken.
No need to apologize, but yeah, as
I mean, if it finishes like this, Schumacher will take the lead, and then Noam will still have 15 points because he's not in the points right now. He's just outside. So, I mean, Christian will have a more comfortable lead, but it's not going to be that much bigger. Janil, though, could be in if he finishes like this, Janil will catch up and probably overtake Noam. So it'll probably, if it had finished like this, it'll be Schumacher, Janil, and then Noam probably, or typical. Simbrox also in the points.
Janil has a 3-second time penalty, so he's gonna have to be aware of that. Lap 20 of 33, so he's got a few laps. He's got a few laps. To push, I guess, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's in the best position right now. Second place, but you haven't got DRS, no battery. As I can see his steering wheel.
Yeah.
He's got very little battery there.
What's that,
I guess
2%?
I guess he's going to be charged. This is going to be like a charge up lap. But at the same time, he doesn't want to be doing a charge up lap because then he's letting Dylan pull away even more. So it's I don't know. I just don't think Janelle is in the best situation right now because he's letting Dylan pull even further away. 3 seconds not helping him. I mean, Dylan hasn't got any points because he didn't. I don't think he raced in Australia.
Didn't.
So is it? But and where's Chris? Chris doesn't have any points either. So really, I don't know. Does Yanil possibly let Chris by? I mean, Chris has fallen back from Yanil, to be honest. I was about to say, does Yanil let Chris by so that he can try and catch up to Dylan, and then he can then catch up to Chris, and they kind of get back into this DRS train? I don't know, but Chris is actually struggling to keep up with Yanil. It's all beginning to break a little bit here, and this is not good for the likes of Schumacher and Kevin, to be honest, because Schumacher wanted to get past Chris a few laps ago, and now he can't get past, and we've gone even about 3 laps later, they haven't got DRS on Yanil or Dylan. So it's advantage Dylan right now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, honestly, oh, we got sector 3 yellow flag. Is that a hat?
Adrian spun around at the final turn.
Oh, that's not where you want to spin, and
He might have
especially
dipped,
this late in the race.
He might have dipped a little toe in the gravel on that rear left, possibly.
That's true. Yeah, that's very much true. But what I was going to say was that with the penalties now, right? Adrian's got one as well. With the penalties, you really want to be careful. Of course, this is for all drives, but especially the one with penalties. You want to be as careful as you can. You want to go easy through the corners. As here goes Chris as he's trying to defend Schumacher, but you really want to be careful, especially, like I said, with the penalties. If you push a little too more, is that Adrian again?
Yeah, he spun around. I think his his temps are too high.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean. It's if he can't push because he's got the penalty. He's got to be careful.
Yeah. Yes, you have to be really careful, and you just got to be aware of that. So if you want to catch up to another driver, and you're just staying with them until, let's say, lap 30, you've got a 3-second time penalty, let's say, or 6-second, whatever. You're not going to eventually get them. So overtake now, right? Overtake now. I said, well, that's what Waki's doing there on Simba. It's through. He goes up to P7. That's a nice move. Down to turn number 1 and 2. You want to just get past him as quick as possible and push on. Save the battery. Don't use it all at once. Try outsmart your rival as Adrian retires. But yes, you just want to be careful. You want to go for the overtake as quick as possible, so you can push on the 3 seconds, 6 seconds, 12 seconds, whatever it is.
I mean, if Yanil is careful and quick, and he can keep out of that DRS of Chris, which I think Chris has just got back into it. But when he was out of the second, if Yanil was careful but quick, he might have been able to pull away a 3-second on Chris. But right now, Chris has actually got back into the DRS, so these guys are back in the game for second place. Oh, Kevin's retired. Interesting.
Yeah. He had some front wing damage. One end plate, the left end plate. Actually,
teammate contact, possibly,
or
from earlier on.
I think it was from earlier-ish.
I mean, he was still in a good position.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why he had to give up there, but it's his choice. If he wants to give the points to Vertigo, who's now in 10th place, then go ahead.
I mean, he should have kept going. If he could get the points, or just even just the result. But hey, it's him that's racing, not me. So I can't tell him what to do. But yes, it's him. But we go again next week. Where are we actually going? We are going to Belgium. That's going to be very interesting. If we have rain there, oh boy, we better delay it by an hour and a bit.
Yeah, the race will start.
Yeah.
Next week's race is at Belgium, and I'm going to predict that it's going to be at 8 p.m. instead of 7.
So 9 p.m. for me. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
there we go. We have a command now for the Discord. Thanks
Oh, there
to
you
me. I've just noticed some people are in the chat and haven't even said hello. So hello, everybody. I'm sorry.
Go on,
into
Dylan
this
and
race.
Wacky. So we've got some
Some
supporters
supporters. Yeah, yeah.
of Dylan and Wacky. So
I
Alpine
saw
and
someone else
Williams.
do for someone else I saw was Chris. That they
Yeah,
own
Chris
tier
the
2.
goat.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
they own
Chris is in
tier 2.
third place right now and is in the DRS of Janil. So if you can, I think he's got a decent amount of battery saved up. He'll want to have a decent amount of battery saved up to get past Janil. And yeah, because Janil is on 6% battery here, Chris on 92. So it's he's going to have a little bit more to deploy down this straight. It's draining.
Closing.
Yep, he is draining. But just not going to be close enough there. You can see the red light flashing from Yanil's car, and that believe means that he's put it on
Charging,
none, or he's just harvesting energy through turn 1 in that braking zone because that's when it lights up.
I think Chris is
So-
also Chris is also flashing, so he's
Yeah, so
charging.
this is-
He's full now.
Yeah,
There it goes. Yeah, you can see him pushing now, and at the same time he's got to defend from Schumacher. So you want to overtake, you want to defend. Your tires will be all over the shit with the dirty air, the pressure, and I mean they're both charging. There you go. They turn it off now.
remember as well, Schumacher's got 2 lap newer tyres for Chris,
He does. Yeah.
and 1 lap newer tyres from Yanil. So Chris could be in a bit of a sticky situation when it comes to Schumacher, but Yanil's also in a sticky situation for the 3-second penalty. So in this fight for second place, it seems to be Schumacher with the advantage for the time being. But remember, more 3-second penalties could come another driver's way. I mean, those warnings do stack up, so it's inevitable that someone else is on their final warning. Dylan
Yeah,
still
I mean,
just coasting away,
yeah, goes Chris.
2.2 seconds. Chris getting past Yanil. And I
Nice
do
up
think
from-
this might be Yanil beginning to fall back because, I mean, he's got Schumacher behind, and Schumacher will be wanting to get past as quickly as possible as well. I mean, we saw him try and get quickly past Bobbert as quickly as possible earlier on, and he seemed to be very, very impatient to get past. So, yeah, let's see. I mean, he hasn't, he's on his own, but he hasn't been cruising away, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. He's still, 2 seconds ahead. So it's still anyone's race. If Dylan makes a mistake, those tyres maybe just begin to drop off a lot more than the cars behind. But I mean, it's a 1.9, and a second ago it was 2 seconds. So it's staying. It's not, he's not pulling away. It's not over for the race win.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, we've got a few laps left.
27
but-
of 33, 7 laps to go.
So yeah, Dylan could still make it oopsie doopsie, or he could keep it clean. No commentators needed for that. But Chris is closing anyway, and then Schumacher probably get past there.
I mean, to be honest, I think. Sorry, but I think what these guys need to do is to actually just DRS swap, because then what they're doing is slingshot
Yeah.
each other across and close
Mhm.
it back up to Dylan. Really, I think that's their best bet to try and catch up. If they're going to work together here, or they're just going to it's late in the race, they're just going to admit defeat here and go for a second place. I don't know.
I mean, I suppose they could do that. Yes, they could do that, and ERS can also help. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at the wheels, Schumacher's got less. He's using it through corners that everyone else is recharging, but he's going. He's got the DRS now. He's going to use a little bit of
He's
DRS.
probably gonna-
Sorry,
He's,
when I say
he's going to want
a
to
little,
charge.
he's using all. Probably He
Yeah,
has
he's going to want to charge this sector. He's on none right now, so. But I mean, so is Yanil and Chris. They're all, I think that's the thing is that when you play against AI, big snap for Schumacher. That was not nice, but he's still got the DRS. The problem with playing against the AI in like a career mode is that they they know where to charge and they have like the best spots to charge and all that. But what's good
Yeah.
about these league races is that everyone's charging at the same time. So everyone's
Oh,
on
for
none at the
sure.
same time and everyone's deploying at the same time. So no one is going to be like really, really badly off if they put it on to none because everyone else will be doing the same thing. But when you're playing against like AI, it's just kind of they're always if you put it to none, you're going to be losing time to AI because they have hacks and stuff. I'm just pointing it out. It's quite nice to see that it's quite cool to see that everyone charges at the same points on the same track. So sector 3, most sector 3 is pretty much just charging on none. Probably through this like first bit of sector 2 as well. It's probably none battery because all these slow speed corners.
I mean, you're learning from each other, right? You will realize, oh, wait,
Yeah,
I should recharge from here. This is where Chris is gaining, for instance. Or let's use overtake, where I think Chris is using through turn 5 or 6 or something. I mean, you want to charge obviously through, I mean, not really obviously, but through 10, 11, 12, right? Uh, I mean, you're lifting kind of through there. If you go flat, you're going to slide around as we saw at qualifying and we're talking about. But I mean, as you can see, Schumacher harvesting through there, through the first corners. He's harvesting kind of differently. I mean, he's got basically nothing. He's got, is that 20 something? 20
it's
something.
about
He's going
30.
up though.
He's got
Yeah, he's
30
going
right
up.
now. Yeah, so he is
He
charging
is
through
right, yeah.
sector 2, but
I'm pretty sure left and coast as well, not just for fuel, also for battery. He is using it in different places. That's kind of where you want to learn as well.
I can
But
say that no one is on the low fuel symbol just yet. Just to let you know.
that's good. We don't want
That one's on the
flashing light.
field. No.
I mean, lap 30 of 33, so yes, it probably will come pretty soon. Hopefully not, but I'm sure it will come about lap 31, 32. But yes, this race has been amazing, I must say. No crashes really, only 3
It's had a
DNFs.
couple of offs, couple of spins,
Yeah,
but other than that, it's been alright. It's not. I think it is going to get a bit more overtaking now that we're heading into the final 3 laps of the race. So keep our eyes peeled to these guys in the top fighting for that second place in second, third, and fourth. There's some also a little bit of DRS training further down for the final few points. So from Wacky to all the way down to, I mean, Flame, there is a big
yeah,
DRS
yeah.
train there. So
I
once
mean,
once those guys cross the line at the top, we'll see who finishes below as well.
I mean, a few DRS trains. I can see 1, 2, 3,
It's about 4,
4.
I'd
Yeah,
say.
about 4-ish. From the McLaren of Flame to Bob. Bob's a little far back, I think. Is he? Let's actually, let's check. Yeah, he's just gonna have to push. His battery is about 50 something, I think. But yeah, he's pushing. He's gonna sure push. And then you've got Nassim there. Luckily it's not Nico this time. That's far behind. Oh, it's actually Bob there. Goes off the track. Well, he's got going again. Light mistake there. But yes, lap 32 out of 33.
Yeah, Neil's gotten very, very close down the main straight on Chris, but just hasn't been able to get past. He actually slowed down a little bit, so he didn't want to get past because, I mean, it's the penultimate lap now, and it makes sense. Why would you overtake on the penultimate lap? Because then when it gets to the final lap, you're going to be the one without the DRS. So what he's done is but he is right behind Chris. So Chris is in a tricky spot here because Yanil has a 3-second penalty, so it doesn't really matter if Yanil gets past, but Schumacher is lurking as well, and you don't want to see Schumacher lurking because if Yanil forces Chris into a bad section of the track, like it forces the outside of turn 1 or whatever, Schumacher might find a gap to sneak through. So it's not really Yanil that's the threat here, it's more Schumacher right behind, and because Yanil's so close, Schumacher's then even closer as well. So Chris is going to have to do a lot of work here as we head into the final lap of this race. But I mean, this second stint, Dylan has been pretty dominant. He has pulled out the DRS about lap 20-ish kind of times, and he hasn't looked back since. Really, it's been about 2 seconds ever
Oh,
since. Heading in
as
towards
Bob has
turn one,
gone
all
off.
the DRS being drained. On the outside goes Yanil, side by side, heading in towards turn two, and it's going to be advantage Mercedes heading into turn three as the Silver Arrows points ahead of the Haas car as Yanil cannot get past. Schumacher will want to get past Yanil so that he has an opportunity to overtake Chris here. Oh, but a bit of a snap on the curb, on the inside curb of turn four though, and that costs him a lot of time. And yeah, he's still forced behind Yanil. So it looks like we might end up finishing in the same order as we began in, really. But Typical is closing in on Yanil, by the way. And with the 3 seconds that the Haas car has got, I mean, I think he might end up dropping down to 5th place at this rate because Typical is in that DRS range.
Yeah, I mean, it's up 3 out of 33, and there's a flag in Sector 3 that was Num there, and also Bob did go off in Sector 2. That's why we did see those yellow flags. But Dylan has had an incredible
Pretty
race.
dominant race in the Alpine car.
He's had a fantastic race. Yes, in the Alpine. He's going to cross the line at first.
Shaking the steering wheel across the line. Checkered flag for the Alpine. Chris takes 2nd place after an undercut strategy on those 21-lap-old hard compounder tyres. Schumacher will finish 3rd, and yes, Typical does get past Yanil, so it is unfortunately Yanil down to 5th place at the end of the race for that 3-second penalty. Simbarox will cross the line in 6th, Wucky will take 7th, Vertigo 8th, Ward's 9th. So even though Ward's had that bad race start at turn 2, he has come back and has finished in 9th place, so 2 points for him, and 22-lap-old tyres for the Merc in 10th. And but he does get the 1 point.
Let me just talk about Bob quickly. Ignore everyone else right now. Bob has a puncture from a crash, and he's still going. Let's see what lap time can he do. He's already on a 1.
He's got 2 minutes left to do 1 sector. Let's see how this goes.
Come on, Bob. This is the drive.
Bob has had a bit of a. Bob has had a bit of like a blob race, to be honest. It hasn't been the best. Hasn't been the best result, I would say. The best race from him, but. At least he's finished. At least he persevered. You know, he got through. You know, I mean, the likes of other drivers who gave up in the very early stages, he has pushed through. And even though it's going to be 16th place, it is going to be a noble finish.
Lewis Hamilton did end in Britain.
He did it in Silverstone. That was 2020. That was because yeah, the dominant black Mercedes.
There goes Bob. There you are.
Crossing the line, and we finally finished the race. Drive of the day to spinner of the day is Bob.
Yeah. Come on. There's his teammate stranded there. But yeah, that was an incredible race, I must say. That was a good race.
Very, very nice. Nice that we didn't see any safety cars. So everyone drove very, very nicely. But yeah, Yanil picking up a 3-second, Crowdin picking up a 3-second penalty. A few of our retirements as well. Some of those, the bottom 3 drivers and Noam. I think, yes, Kevin picked up 6 seconds and Adrian also picked up 3 seconds. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter for them. And I would say Wookie's had a really good result here. 17th to 7th place, 10 places gained. Well done to Typical, 8th to 4th position. Chris went from 6th to 2nd. So certainly some drivers on your driver of the day board, that would be a few of them. Unfortunately for Yanil, he started in 1st place, finished in 5th, 3-second penalty. But I mean, it is still 10 points, so it's not overly bad, but not the result I think he would have wanted. Oku as well, I don't know how to pronounce that, but in the Mercedes, he went from 19th to 10th to pick up a nice point. So Mercedes in the constructors could be pretty happy here. Obviously Alpine picking up 25 points. The Williams team, 4th and 7th, that's a very nice result as well. So those sort of teams we will be able to see making some gains in the constructors. Unfortunately for McLaren, though, it wasn't the best results, I would say, with no points.
Yeah, I mean, overall, that race was fantastic. I must say.
Yeah.
That was a great race. If I could rate it, I would say a solid 8.
Yeah, 7 to 8 out of 10. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't absolutely jam-packed with overtakes, but it did have some pretty good strategy, I think. Like the undercut when everyone came out of the pit lane, that was quite interesting to see when everyone came because I thought like, oh, is Chris going to get past both of them or is he going to get past only one of them? And so undercut did work out for Chris in the end. He did get second place, so that was a very very good strategy call from Mercedes.
Yeah, I
So
mean, that was a great race. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from myself and Goblin, I would like to say have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're watching from around the world. We will see you
go
next
check
week.
out go check out Tier 1 PC or console, one of the two. But there
Yes,
is Tier
please.
1 racing right now. It started at 8 o'clock, so you should be able to hop into that stream. It is in the Discord. Link it to the Discord is in the chat right now. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I guess we'll see you next week
For
for
Spa.
the
Yeah.
Belgium Grand Prix. So yeah, that could be interesting with the rain.
It should be. Should be. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.